Candy.
Did you hear something?
Hello? Anybody here? I thought I heard you. If that was you, could you do that again, please?
Yeah, we'll get those motion sensors.
Yeah.
Gary, put those up on the second floor. But when we came down here, I swore it was like a blue light. Hello? Can you come out and talk to me, please?
Jimmy! Jimmy, I have cigarettes for you. Well, we set a motion detector up on the first floor. We were trying to make contact with a former patient, trying to provoke him into coming closer to us. I hear you always wanted to earn some money to buy cigarettes. From reports from a staff that used to work here, this one individual was a heavy smoker and would like to try to get cigarettes off anybody who could. So we were telling him that we had cigarettes for him if he would come and get one.
Yeah, Jimmy, we heard that you would like to take pictures of people to get money to buy cigarettes.
I got a whole pack for you, Jimmy. What was that? What the hell was that?
What was it? I mean, did you just see it?
I saw a shadow down here. Come on.
Down this way?
Yeah.
Did it move left to right or?
Right down this way here.
Down this hallway?
Yeah. Was that you, Jimmy? Hey, Candy. I'm gonna put the motion sensor up right here.
Do you want to set it up and then walk down that way?
Yeah, I'm gonna set it up. The motion sensor.
What the heck?
Hello?
How'd that?
Is that you, Jim? Did you do that, Jim?
Jimmy, it's okay. You don't have to be afraid.
We set a motion detector, turned it on, and it has a 30-second delay after you turn it on to get out of the way. And we were well out of the way from its detection zone, and it started to go off. So obviously it sensed some type of motion, but we didn't see anything with our eyes. We reported hearing voices,
Right. Is this the wing that the lady said she saw the woman in the wheelchair wheel by? There are witnesses that have seen shadows and heard footsteps and seen like an apparition just walking down the hallway. One of the ladies worked here for 30 years. She actually started here when it was still the county home and worked up till almost the time that it closed. Another nurse reported seeing a lady go down the hallway in a wheelchair. When she got up to go get her to take her back to her room, there was no one in the hallway, and then she realized that there wasn't even a patient in that wing in a wheelchair.
I was making my rounds at night. I was in one of the ladies' rooms. They were all in bed. And I looked, you know, you can see something from the side. And I looked, and there was a woman going down the hall in a wheelchair, and I said, oh my God, who got out of bed? So I ran out in the hall. Didn't see anybody, but all the residents were in bed. They were all in bed. I still get the chills.
On the second floor in room 203, we had two former employees both report that they had patients years apart here. Both make claim to seeing the apparition of a little boy in room 203. So we were doing some alone time and some investigating in room 203 to hope to capture the apparition of the little boy.
I was working up on the second floor, and I went to walk into a resident's room, and he was alert and oriented. She was here more for physical problems and everything. When I went in, I just got to the doorway and went to go in. That's what I should say. And she was sitting with her head facing the other way, talking away. And there was no one there, and I just let her finish her conversation because I got a little skittish and backed up thinking maybe something was going on, you know, with her physical things affecting her. I heard her saying, okay, bye, I'll talk to you later. And when she turned and she was chuckling, and I stood there for a second, gathered up my thoughts for a minute, and I walked in and said, hey, you know, who's you talking to? Because there was no one in there. And she's like, oh, that little boy, didn't you see him? And I was like, no, I didn't see him, you know. And she said, oh, yeah, he had the tan, he had the knickers on, real cute. Go on, he just went up there, you know, just left. I just played with it.
But it was always known, a lot of our patients had talked about seeing that little boy.
Is that right?
Years ago. I had 2 employees tell me that they spoke to a patient and they talked about talking to that little boy. Another employee called and said, I told you that certain patient talked to that little boy. And the 2 employees that both told me this story wouldn't know it. Those 2 patients were in the same room, in the same bed.
Years apart.
Years apart, that neither one of the 2 employees knew the other patient.
Wow. So that it was they saw the little boy in the same room.
In the same room on 2 East, room 204.
204.
And the story goes that whenever these patients would see the apparition of the little boy, within a matter of days or weeks, the patient would then pass. So we're hoping that we pick it up on either voice recorders or on our night vision cameras.
Is there a little boy up here? We have a little boy. Would you like to play with him? Would you like us to bring him up here so you can play with him? If you want to play, let us know. What?
I just thought I heard like footsteps like ahead of us.
People that have worked here said they've seen you up here on the 2nd floor. We'd like to see you also. Is this where you used to take a shower?
Don't do that.
I'm surprised that still works.
Yeah. It's a closet. I already checked it. It's a closet. It's a closet. Yeah, he's a skeptic. It takes a lot for him to believe, but he's also not one to go very far from my side when we're ghost hunting, because if he does see something or hear something, he doesn't want to be by himself. Oh, Gary, I thought I just saw something down that way. What? What? What's wrong? Gary?
Huh.
What's wrong?
Something just moved right here.
Sure this wasn't your reflection in the glass?
No, I'm not sure. But the skeptic I am, I want other opinions from investigators out there that I'm sure know a lot more than I do. So, and here again, they come to the same conclusion that Hillview Manor has some serious paranormal activity.